Hello and welcome to another episode of Beer Man's Noble Beer Reviews. Today I have another beer from Heist Brewing Company out of Charlotte, North Carolina. This beer is called Jack the S.I.P.A, which stands for Session IPA. So obviously you know what the style this is. It doesn't say what hops are in this, but it's just Session India Pale Ale's 3.9. Even for a session, that is pretty low. So I'm actually excited. I really hope this is chock full of flavor because that would be awesome to have like a beach beer that's that flavorful that you could drink all day at 3.9. I have not heard anything about this, so I'm going in completely blind, which is usually the best thing. See that orange cut in half, which is pretty cool. As you can see, it pours a pretty cloudy, I wouldn't say like completely hazy, but a pretty cloudy darker yellow color with about a finger's worth of white head. The aroma's a little grainy and weedy. I'm definitely getting some orange rind and some like orange pulp too. And a little earthiness, but it doesn't smell like it's going to be super laden with hops, but that's actually fine with me if it's still a really easy drinker. Yeah. I don't know that I would call this a session IPA because the hops just aren't there enough to really be an IPA. To me, session IPA means it tastes kind of like it, other than the body being different and tasting less alcohol, but it's still like close to the same hop content. This isn't really like that. It's pretty grainy. To me, I would just consider this like High Branch has a beer called Hoppy Wheat Ale. I can't remember, like Summer Days, I think it is. This is kind of similar to that. I mean, this might even have less hops than that, but it doesn't mean it's a bad beer. I just don't know if I would label it as an IPA, but as an overall session beer, I mean, it's pretty nice. The graininess is it's pretty appropriate. It seems like there's some wheat in this, which is good. The hops are on the orangey side, a little bit like earthy and floral, but overall it's a pretty refreshing beer, to be honest. And even though it's not as hop forward as I would expect even for a session IPA, overall it still has a pretty big flavor for being under 4%. So I do still have to credit them for that. But I understand you can't be too heavy-handed with hops whenever the malt bill is that low. It'll just completely overtake it and it'll be super bitter. So I understand why they're trying to keep it balanced. But there's like a really strong watermelon note now that I go back in for a sip. I feel like I don't think it's just from. It's like the watermelon rind. I don't think it's just from the hops. I think it's a combination of the hops and the grain. That's really interesting. Yeah, I don't know. It's a pretty simple session beer. I do like it. I don't know what this cost at the brewery. I think it was like $5 where I got it, but I know there was a markup at the bottle shop. So I'm guessing at Heist it's probably cheaper. It's probably like $13 or $14 because their stuff is pretty reasonably priced. So at that, I would buy this again. This is a pretty full flavored beer for only being 3.9. I apologize, my dog's going crazy, but it's probably obvious by what I've said, but I would buy this again. This is a buy for me. It's nice. Definitely some places where this would work. The only fault I would have is I almost think the body's too big for 3.9. I wish it was even maybe a little lighter just with the same flavors, but you can't have it all, and I think they did a really good job with this, so I would buy this again. But I think that's all I got in this one. Please like, comment, subscribe, let me know what you think, and I look forward to doing the next one. Thanks.